day, viewers. My name is Zim and welcome again to another session of the Chat of Four. Today with me I have three powerful women in the house, myself included, which is the fourth. The first one is Eureka, then I got Daphne, and then I got Pauline. So today we want to make sure that we keep it burning and we continue with our discussion on the intensive inclusiveness of women in our society, in politics, in the corporate world, and even on student level as student activists. So first of all, I'm one of the ladies that made it into the SRC 2018 October elections for the UZ SEC elections. So with that said, it was a really tough battle because we had 25 candidates gunning for the same post, and from those 25 candidates, only 3 were women. And I'm glad to say 2 made it, although in the future would like more to also, accumulate those positions and those seats to say that women can do it. And also for those aspiring to be the president, we also want a female candidate in the next elections. So these are some of the things we're looking at. So we're looking at the intensive inclusiveness of women on what should be done on the student level. So number one, earlier we mentioned the fact that women should also support other women. So we have this trend that for myself, I had a lot of boys who were behind me and who were voting behind me, because women have also that poor Down syndrome. But then this is the time we are educating women and we're making them unlearn some of the things they've learned in society. That if you support your fellow sister, it's easier to get things done because I know the things you're experiencing and I know how that feels and how it is to be in that vacuum. So we say if a woman supports another woman, if a girl supports another girl, it's a stepping stone before we expect the other gender to actually come in and support us. So I think we as women, we as girls, we should actually be very much active, and we should also have a voice, and we should have that confidence, that self-esteem and integrity to say that we can distinguish ourselves from others, to say that we are in as much as capable, that the issue is not about gender, the issue is not about whether you're male or female, the issue is about competence. And if you can do it, then we say, right on, come on, let's do it. So first, I'll talk to you, Eureka. I want you to comment on the political sector, on what you think should be done in this political sector, such that we have more women and more ladies getting much involved. I for one have made it into office, but then we're saying that if the battle is so stiff at this level, what more in the political level? What do you have to say about that?
Okay, thank you very much, Vanessa. So last time we talked about this, I mentioned about the issue about women supporting other women. It's not always about supporting men who are in power, but you should also have women who are in power. And I also say that women should not use gender as an excuse, but should have ideas. We should have those ideas that should prompt other men to support us. Because we cannot have women who will be saying that just because you guys please vote for me. You come to the ladies and say, you guys, but what do you have to offer as a woman?
Okay, so on that note, are you saying that women now have what it takes to actually compete on the same platform with men? Like that political equity, do women have that, or we still need to upgrade them in society such that they reach there? And when they reach there, that's when we can talk about things like meritocracy.
So I was saying, Vanessa, yes, for me to come here and say, you guys, I want you to vote for me. I want to be in the SRC. I'm competing to be the Secretary General and blah, blah, blah. Yes. That's not enough. That's not enough for you. You need to convince us why you think that you as a person, you, not as a female, but as a person, exactly, you should be voted for. So we have so many individuals, so many girls who want to be voted for the SRC elections. But then they'll be coming with, girls, I want you to vote for me. That's the exact words that they use. For what?
And that's what we're saying is a mistake.
Exactly, it's a mistake. Just because you're a woman does not mean that other women should vote for you. But you should be voted because you are a person, and you are a person that has ideas, and those ideas can make you to be accumulated into the SRC elections.
Very interesting. So on that note, if we broaden the conversation to the political angle, such that you're a political science student and I am one myself, what do you think should be actually done? Because if you look at it, you find that we have a quota system, but then is it that much effective? And we also have ministers that are female, but then the percentages, they seem not to tally, especially with the population that in Zimbabwe we've got 51% of the population are female, and then 49% are men. Don't you think there should be something that should be done, especially in the political sector, especially in terms that I need to be represented? So in terms of representation, if there's someone who looks like me, I feel better and comfortable.
Okay, so that's politics on a macro level. So I think that women at a macro level of politics should also be included. But then the quota system now that we have now is just including women just because they are women. But we need women with ideas. We need women that could stand there and say, I have a better idea than this man, so you should vote for me just because I have a better idea that can supersede the idea of this man. So I'm saying that if we have such types of women that actually have that kind of courageousness in them, that can actually stand up and say, you guys, you should vote for me just because I can do this and do this and do that and do that. Not simply because you are a woman. Because many women, they feel like they are being segregated because they are females. But are you actually a female with ideas? So if you actually have females that have ideas, I think it will be actually better. We take a look at the cabinet that is there right now. We have actually Kirsty Coventry. Just because she has experience in sports, that makes her a good
person.
Exactly. She is actually full of competence. But then you actually want to be included in cabinet. You don't even know how to swim. You don't even know how to play ball. You don't even know, even chess, you don't even know how to play chess. So how do you expect the government to take you serious?
Okay, this is now getting very much interesting. So you found out that we've been talking about the issue of competence and how competence is very much important, and it's not just about getting women there because they're women. So now let's broaden the conversation definitely to you and talk about the corporate world. What am I expecting as a female when I get into the world? Is the world accepting females for who they are? Or do I need to do some certain things? If a woman has a higher position, with the red carpet interview thing that is going on there in society. So as we are students here studying for degrees, what am I expecting there? And are we able to get it in this 21st century? Or as Zimbabwe, we still have a long way to go? Thank you, Vanessa.
I think that as a constitution of the Zimbabwe, firstly, it doesn't support women. Even if they are competent, they are not supported. Because firstly, biblically, we are pacified with the Bible. Women should be under the foot of the men, right? So even if women are very competent, they won't be given the platform to show their competence, because already we are in a patriarchal society.
So this is interesting. Are you actually saying our constitution does not really apply what it says in theory? In practicality, it's something else.
Yes,
that's very
just
interesting.
A theory.
Okay.
So we were supposed to have 51, what they say 50, but you look at the cabinet. How many women do you have? How many men do you have? Even if it's in a practical issue, let's say you're looking for a job, you're looking to be a CEO, right? And then you all both apply for the same post, but the results came on like what? It's always the men one at the same post, because women are said that women just pakaita mama interviews akawanda, right? It's obvious pakawanda vakadzi zvinonzi why vakadzi vawanda. We are underestimating the power of the men. It's just kuti we are not given the platform kubuditsa ideas edu. We are not given the opportunity to share what we have, to know we are just categorized because of our physique, but mentally they don't know what we are capable of. Look at what happened in the French Revolution, in the time of Hitler and Mussolini, in the time of war. Men went to war and they didn't come back. But what did they do? The same job that men did when they went to war. So it shows that women, we have the capacity to excel in everything that we do, but we are not given the opportunity.
That is very much interesting, because I have actually asked myself, like, if women have been involved from day one, this world would be somewhere far. Because this fact that it's history, it's his story, nobody ever told her story, like what women did you know. So on that, but then I want us to also appreciate that this women movement that is going on, it is actually something that's a social struggle that is globally. So with that appreciated, I think we should also appreciate some of the things that are being done in our political system and in Zimbabwe as well. Don't you think so?
I don't think so. It's just zvinhu zviri kungoitwa kuti vaitongera until they have implemented that it should be 50-50 equal rights, right? So kuti vango-implementa that kind of notion kuti vanoita 50-50 and then voregedza kuita action ka zvinenge zvinzi it's in vain. So the reason why they are now trying to implement those things, they just want to convince people kuti guys, we are doing something, because practically they are not. If you look at my project, some men, it's now you look for any project, then we'll support you. Back then it was men, the only men were allowed to take loans. Then obviously the loans were only the loans were only provided for men, just because women were just viewed as incompetent. But my point is that if we were that incompetent, why is it that there is an idiom that says in every man's success there's a women band?
Okay, now that's very much interesting. This is why I wanted to bring Pauline into the discussion, because if you look at our economy, or agri-economy, we have women who are excelling, who are doing a lot of beautiful things in agriculture, but then still, do women have those decisions in the economy? Do women own mines? Do they own the banks? Do they own the estates? So now this brings me to you, Pauline. Welcome to the discussion. So would you like to comment on something like on the socialization and social upbringing that we are facing today? Already there's that impression that I'm going to be married to someone else, not that I'm going to do anything. That impression that in the society is going to do big things, but then the big thing that I'm going to do, according to them, is that I'm going to be married to them. So socialization, tukukudzwa sei mudzimba, and tukufana kukudzwa sei kuti kana out there to make sure that also we can participate in what's happening and in the decision making in our state and our country.
Okay, cool, thank you. Yeah, like in religion we've been pacified. We women have been pacified. Saka what I want to say is kuti tichitanga kutanga mwana achitanga kuzvarwa zvavataura zvokuti munhu anogona kutozvarwa achitonzi muroora uyu achitonzi saka vana vanobva vatokura vachitoti uyu anotokura achitosapresa uyu achiti inini ndini baba saka kuti kana musikana akaita chaanoita anogona kutonzi nehanzvadzi yake
chero kana asikana ari muhombe kune mukomana
kunyange ari muhombe unotonzwa kahanzvadzi kake kadiki achitomudza kuti wakuda kutoti jairira panapa saka it means kuti zvakafanana neiyo religion yacho kune kwatakastadha kune theory inoti religion is the opium of all masses. Zvichireva kuti oppression yese yakubva kureligion, of which opium of all masses yacho iri kungonanga kuwomen chete, iri kuenda kune vakadzi, kuti vakadzi ndovega vakungonzi women should subordinately submit to their husbands, handiti. But then izvozvo manje zvinobva zvazoita kuti mwana paanozvarwa mufamily achitoona kuti ava vanenge vachitonzi uyu achiti inini ndini baba. Sometimes zvinobva zvatombondipa kana kuti zvinobva zvatombondidzikisira inini semusikana kuti ndobva ndatanga kufunga kuti saka ndakatanga kufunga kuti izvi hazvichaiti ninyaya yekuti pakusocializwa kwedu ndakatongokura ndichitongoziva kuti ndine mamwe marozi uyu ane marozi ake makuru akadarika angu.
So as I said in the beginning of this discussion, that the main thing that we are facing as a society is not just to learn, but it is to unlearn some of the things that we grew up in. So that said, I think my issues in civil societies, no, but then actually there is more to the world, there is something like this and this. But what else can we do there in the society to make sure that women are really motivated? Because I feel like even though we are motivating a lot of people in this platform, you'd feel like it benefits more the educated women. Like it's just my university, but message
Okay, what I think is tinofanira kupanana mukana kubvira kuvarume vacho vanditi kubvira kuvarume vacho nesu nevakadzi vacho vari kuva educated. Varume vari kubva vatokura vaine chiyazva zvekudzvanyara zvekuti even zvambotaurwa kunzi vakadzi hatisi kusapotana. Vakadzi tinokwanisa kusapotana, yes, but varume vacho vatori nechiuyu chavo chokuti vanotoziva kuti vakadzi tinotovasuppress. Iwo hausi kundirespecta panapa, inini ndini baba, inini ndazodai. Ngatimbopananei mukana, tipewo chance muone kuti tinokundikana here pane zvinhu zvacho zvoda kuitwa. Kana tazokundikana unozongomuka kuti wakundikana hako, but kune vamwe vane macapabilities ekuita zvinhu asi hazvisi kuoneka because vanhu makangogara makatongosuppresswa kudhara.
Now that is very interesting. Now can you actually conclude by just giving a sister out there or a woman out there or a brother out there who's actually interested in this conversation kuti toita sei kuti in the society tive neyatinoti equality, but equality not only in an apologetic manner but equality in a way that accommodates everyone and that gives everyone room kuti out there what should a girl akuda kuinspire nemi today actually look up to, especially in the society?
Okay, what I think is vakadzi ndodangoti vakadzi kana vasikana vari kukura ngatisatye munhu kana une zvako kana une zvauri kuziva kuti inini ndinokwanisa kuita chakati, usatye kuti inini ndikaita chakati ndinosuppresswa naningi. Buritsa zvako kana vanhu vakuona kuti une zvinhu zvako zvaunokwanisa kuita, then you are supported. Pane zvimwe zvokuti munhu unonyatsooneka kuti mwana uyu ane zvanoita zvaanokwanisa, and kana wabuda pachena ndo zvaunokwanisa kuti woita unokwanisa kuwana kubatsirikana, then neavo vari kuona kuti mwana uyu ane zvaanokwanisa, vanhu vakuru kana vakomana kana kuti chii, let's help that person. Ngatimubatsirei kuti aite sei aachieve chinhu chaari kuona kuti anoita sei anokwanisa.
Okay, and Daphne?
I think institution yedu yemuZimbabwe inofana kuva havafani kungotheoriza zvinhu zvinofana kuva put into action. If they say kuti let's have ma 50-50 rights, we should be on the edge yekusupporta vakadzi, not vakadzi vari mu-urban chete, even vari kuma-rural areas. They should be given like opportunities, new ideas, because kumusha kwacho vane land, but now muZimbabwe it's only women vari muno Zimbabwe like urban area vanopuwa the platform yekupuwa new ideas vari kuma-rural areas because they are uneducated. You see kuti hapana ntumenda kutombonovatsvagawo, so kana vafunga kuti 50-50 ngavabva vanyasoita zvose 50-50 even kusvika kune the underprivileged, because they are also humans. Ngavasangoti kana angori varume, as long as chingori involved navanhu varume, it's okay. Even vakadzi kukaita 1 or 2, it's not fair. Those things should be put into practical action. Kuti kungotheorize this and that, no.
Alright, thank you so much, ladies. There you have it, guys. What a very interesting and remarkable discussion from all of my ladies. I just want to thank all of you ladies for being involved today in the discussion that we had. So there you have it. It's not only about us putting women on the spotlight because they are women. That is totally sympathetic and pathetic, but then we're saying that we're putting women out there because we believe that they are able to. And if you're a woman, you've been put into office or into a position you've been entrusted with, then make sure that you keep up the standards and you become competition. So that is it today on the intensive inclusive of women on the Chat of 4. So until next time, it's goodbye.